we were this close. This close. Big improvements from last week. Big improvements on the offensive line from last week. Wilson threw for over 400 yards. I think this performance by Wilson personally closes the debate on whether he should play, be our starting quarterback. Excuse me 1 second. Be our starting quarterback for, the remainder of the season, if not at least for the good part of it. I mean, the guy throws for 400 and something yards. You can't really ask more than that from him. He played great. Still love my Giants, all right? I still love them. Now, we were right there. We were right there. I don't care what people say. We were right there. What killed it for us, in my opinion, obviously, the penalties. I mean, we had 100 and something in penalties in the first quarter there, first possession on offense. We had like 5 in a row by the one guy. You can't have that. They killed us. But we were fighting back. We fought in this game. We had heart this game, which listen, I've seen a bunch of videos out there. I saw one guy just going off the Giants saying he was sick of being a fan. He can't believe that we're the worst team. I'm not sitting here saying that we have any major hope of anything. I still say we're going to finish bottom of the NFC East, if not maybe the bottom. It's still going to be between Eagles. I think Eagles, Commanders. Cowboys are actually looking stronger. I hate to say that. God, I hate to say that. I hate the Cowboys. But it's we looked better. I still don't think we get rid of Gable. I still don't think we get rid of Jones, our GM. I think his last name is Jones. We don't get rid of those guys. Again, we keep Wilson as our starter going against Kansas City. That's going to be a tough game. I don't care who you play against, who you started against Kansas City. It's going to be a tough game. I don't know. I mean, I got the Eagles, Kansas City on right now, and Kansas City's only got 10 points. So I don't know. Maybe Kansas City isn't playing that good this year, but it's Kansas City. Who knows? So I just think that, but we definitely going to. The other thing that pissed me off during the game, okay, our defense, we played better. We played Scatterby, which I like too. The thing that got me going about our defense, okay, all season we did a big thing on the defense. We were supposed to have one of the best defensive lines, getting to the quarterback, rushing the quarterback, getting him out of the pocket, giving him pressure in the league. We haven't really done that. We got to Prescott. We gave him some trouble, but he still, we never got the defense off the field. I don't think they did too many 3 and outs. They pretty much scored on almost every possession again, and in some type of way. I mean, you got a kicker that can kick a 65-yard field goal like it's nothing. I mean, and that's the thing that pissed me off was our defensive coordinator. A lot of people are calling for him to get fired, and I ain't lying. I'm 50-50 on that because I like to say, it's second year and it's only 2 games in, and okay, he held them pretty well, the Commanders, but this game there was too many times where too many times where whoa, no, I just zoomed in. Zoom in. No. There we go. We're going to do this again. Okay. I think that's better. That was very weird. Too many times. I'm not going to edit that. I'm just going to keep it as is. There was too many times where, okay, you have a. I'm sorry, I'm kind of watching the Eagles game too. Too many times where, especially at the end there, the fourth quarter, and overtime. That overtime throw by neighbors. I don't know why we were doing. At that point, a field goal would have won it. Why we're trying to go big yards and get like a touchdown? That was bad play calling. Our defense was tired, but still that's bad play calling. That's just bad play calling. Get my camera back on me here. But yeah, it doesn't. That was bad play calling, but it doesn't make sense to me. You have, we score with 25 seconds, okay? To get decent punt, a kickoff return. They have 3 timeouts, so they're gonna, they have a lot more time. Why are you giving such soft coverage? I would have played tight coverage. Play it because they don't need their kicker's a freaking beast. They should have played much more tighter. They were giving them like 5+ yards, the receivers. You play them much tighter, and at that point, because honestly, at that point you go, if they play something deep, then just, give chance for the defensive line to do something. Prescott got a run. I don't know why. And it always amazes me that they don't put some kind of spy on a quarterback when you're in that kind of situation, when you have Prescott, who can run. He's not a mobile quarterback, but he can run. So, I don't know why you wouldn't do that, but it was tough. That was a tough loss. I've seen a lot of videos right now where they're calling for this and that. Again, yeah, our defense needs to definitely. I think the defensive quarter needs to stop with this. And this is something that Giants have done for a while with other coordinators. Something about I've never seen you press coverage. Like in that situation, press it. And if they beat you deep, they beat you deep. Because you got a kicker that can kick like a freaking beast on the Cowboys. So I thought I'd put that out there. I was actually very, happy with the game and what we showed. I was expecting it to be a much, much worse game for us. I do have to go into work, and my boss is a Cowboys fan, so that's going to be sucky. And I'm not getting yell and scream. I'm not one of those, fans. That was disappointing. It sucks. We're 0-2. I think we're last in the division. Probably gonna. I don't know if we went 3-14 last season. I gotta hope we win at least 5 games, 6 games maybe. But we're gonna be tough sledding against Kansas City Sunday night. So we'll see. But my other friend's a Bears fan, and I think they lost by like 20 something. It was like 45-14 or something. So it wasn't that bad for us. But Giants, I love you, my team, and. Looks like the Eagles are going to be pulling out a win, so it's going to be a tough division for us. But all right, guys, that's my quick video on the Giants game. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you come across the video, want to hit like, subscribe. My name Capone. I go by, and might be putting up my wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, you're watching this. I also do wrestling things. But other than that, Giants, tough loss today. So, all right, guys, peace.